Hey everyone, welcome to this reading and welcome to my channel. I'm Christy, this is Whisper of the Goddess, and we are going to do a pick a card reading today, but we're going to do something a little bit differently. Obviously, the camera is facing my face, so we're trying something a little bit different, a little bit of a different angle. You guys, this is my first time doing this. I think the camera is over here. Okay, I'm going to try to look over there. I want it to be like I'm looking at you. But yeah, I'm really excited for today. I know that I haven't been posting lately, so I am sorry about that, but I have exciting news. So I do have a jewelry line I've created. They are energetic talisman, and I'm ready to show them to you, and I want to use them in our reading. So I'm going to try to alternate between putting the camera on my face and putting it on the necklaces and the cards. So let's just give it a try. So can you see them? Okay, I'm going to have to get up and adjust because you cannot see the piles fully. Okay. Okay, guys, can you see them? All right, so I've got the piles facing you, and here we have our 3 piles, 3 different decks, 3 different tarot decks, and 3 different necklaces. So my jewelry brand is called Aname. It comes from the Greek word animesis, which is all about remembering. So Aname is about remembering the goddess within. So I hand make each of these necklaces as energetic talismans. So I infuse them with energy, and I do a tarot reading before each creation and research of each piece, like sourcing the materials. I do a tarot reading and I channel divine guidance for what energy the talisman should bring to best support the wearer. So I get into a meditative state, I call in my guides, and they really, it's a channeling of the divine. I'm just the vessel, I'm just the channel. The creation of the piece comes from divine inspiration, and they really do hold powerful energetics that support you on your journey. Each piece is unique. Like I said, it's handmade, artisan jewelry, and one of a kind. Each piece is completely unique and different. And I've just pulled 3 that I actually still have in my office. I do sell them locally. I will be working on getting a stand store to start selling them beyond local. But let's just be playful today and let's just use them for each pile. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So whether or not the necklace or the deck is calling to you is how you're going to choose your pile. So what this can feel like to you is just like kind of a magnetism toward one pile or the other. If you have multiple piles jumping out at you or calling you, that's fine. Listen to multiple readings. I am going to have the timestamps in the description box below so you can choose each group reading and just like jump right to it. For group 1, we have a Scolecite pendant and then a chocolate moonstone teardrop. And this is actually designed to go down your back. So it's really beautiful if you're wearing like a low back or a tank top or something with an open back. Or it can just be worn over a dress or a shirt, a top. So those are the 2 crystals for the first deck. The second deck or second group, second pile, this is Opal Dendrite and a ruby teardrop. And it's the same style necklace. Each of these are 2 chain necklaces designed to help you jump timelines and ascend to your highest timeline. Each piece of each necklace I create has deep symbolism, from the chain to the crystals chosen. I ethically sourced each crystal from India, and I spent a lot of time researching the properties of the crystals, how it will fit energetically to what's needed for the talisman, and even the length of the necklace. It's calculated using sacred numbers that fit the energy. None of it's by accident or random. It is all carefully chosen. And like I said, I get into the same deep meditative state when I create them as I do for readings. And I do a reading for each piece before I even start researching or creating. So for the second pile, the Dendrite Opal with the ruby, And then the third pile is a yellow calcite with a moonstone. And they each have different chains. This is a triple circle chain. This is a curved chain. This is a paperclip chain. So if you need a few more minutes to choose which pile is calling to you, just go ahead, pause the video, but I will see you in your reading. Just drop down to the description box and you can find each timestamp below for each group. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. I'll see you in your reading. Thank you. Okay, really quick before we jump into our group readings, I just want to speak a little bit more about Aname. So each necklace is also created with a tag that explains the energy behind it. So this comes with the necklace. So this kind of helps you anchor in the energy. It helps you remember what it is. And it is just another way to choose your necklace or let your necklace choose you is by seeing, not only if you resonate with the physical qualities, but if you resonate with the energetic qualities that were infused into it. So each tag provides the name of the talisman as well as the elements of it, the properties of like the crystals or the metals used, and the themes. So really, what came through in the tarot reading I did that helps me create the talisman. And then at the very bottom of the card, I don't know if it's focusing, if you can see this, but there is a blessing. So you can activate it or charge your necklace by wearing the necklace and saying the blessing. So this is one I made for myself personally, and it's just an example of the tag. But for the necklaces I've chosen for the reading, they're brand new. I don't have the tags printed yet. I will print them. But let's go ahead and get into the readings. Okay, group 1, welcome to your reading. This is for you if you chose the Scolecite pendant and the chocolate moonstone teardrop that actually goes in the back. And I don't know if you can see this. If that's going to show up in the video. I'm obviously not a videographer, but I'm really trying different stuff for you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to like reading this way. I'm going to have to show you the cards. Let's just try it and see how it goes. You're group 1. You're all about trying new things, initiating new things. So let's just see if we like this. If not, we will flip the camera and do what we normally do, which is what I feel comfortable with, but I'm here to try new things with you guys. So I have some notes over here about the necklace because I cannot possibly remember every necklace I've made. And like I said, it's just a channeling. It's not even, I can't take credit for these creations. They're divinely created. I'm just the vessel that puts them into form. They're so special to me. I just want to list some of the properties of this specific necklace to see if it resonates with you. So the Scolecite, it carries an energetic of deep peace, of nervous system calming, which is, as I wear it right now, it's really helping me because, as you know, I haven't been posting in a while, so I do get nervous for these videos. It also opens your crown to higher realms. It's very good for angelic communication. It does help with gentle emotional integration and divine feminine grounding in the body. And I'm really feeling all that right now. This necklace feels really nice. I was kind of, my son's home. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry for that interruption. Real life happens. Group 1, let's get back to your reading. Oh, I also wanted to say this crystal is really helpful for supporting sleep and dream work. Yeah, so it's really helpful for supporting restful sleep, dream work, and downloads. So I do have a few, maybe at least 2 books I would definitely recommend for dream work and lucid dreaming. And I will put those in the description box along with the decks I'm using if you're interested. So let's just get into your reading. I have no idea what this reading is going to be on. I just wanted to kind of sit down, get into my state and channel and not really plan too much or be too rigid. So let's just see. Right now we have the Ace of Wands, guys. So this is something in your life right now, this is a new beginning. I said you're group 1 and you're always ready for a new beginning because you're number 1, but you're in some kind of new beginning in your life and it's of a wandsy thing. So it's all about your passions and your desires for the future, fire energy. So that's really exciting, group 1. This is a really exciting time for you guys. I am just feeling like a really, it's just like high vibe. I want to say luxurious because of all the gold in this deck. I think before my son got home, I was going to say I was worried about this chain being too heavy for the wearer because it is it's like a heavier material than some of the other chains, but it's so crazy the softness of the crystal in the pendant and in the chocolate moonstone. It balances it out so nicely. So it's like this kind of regal, luxurious feel. Like I said, obviously with the 2 chain, like a higher timeline feel. But I'm really getting that with these cards, with the gold and the colors. Yeah, the Ace of Wands too. When I cut the deck, we've got the 8 of Pentacles at the bottom, but it's in reverse. So this new beginning it could have to do with your career. It could have to do with something you've been working on, like a passion project, maybe your art. For some of you, she's literally painting in the card, but it's in reverse somehow. So I don't know if maybe something's pulling you away, like pulling your energy away from investing your time or showing up to work on whatever this is, whether it be a passion, an art thing, a project. But whatever this is, it's going to be a new beginning for you. And it's spiritually inspired because we have wands. It's divinely inspired. And with the 8 of Pentacles, it really has potential to bring in work or career energy. It's like this has potential to become your craft if you don't already see it that way. But I do see some challenges that you're coming up against will be to release some lack mindset. And this came up in reverse. So to me, it says that you're already doing that. You're releasing those potential blocks. This is ideas or belief systems rooted in lack that you could have inherited from your family, from society, from the people around you. And because it's in reverse, I feel like it's very subtle. Like it could be a small sense of self-doubt in the back of your mind, kind of saying, oh, like, I really want to do this, but I'm never going to be able to make it a fulfilling career, like at least maybe financially. We have the pentacles showing up, right? Or it could just be a small fear of you never being able to fully make it happen or never being able to fully rely on it financially. Like always feeling like you're going to it'll just be a side hustle or you'll have to have another job or whatever this is. It's like a subtle creeping in, maybe even unconsciously, of a sense of lack that you're releasing. You're already releasing it. So that's beautiful. That's really going to open the path for you to be able to. Yes, because we have the Ace of Wands on the other side to really like grab your magic wand and create this whole new future that really does fulfill your heart. It fulfills your desires. It like fulfills your inner fire. So that is so beautiful, group 1. Let's get one card for you. So who am I reading for? Who is group 1? Who is group 1? Okay, so I got to get used to this new camera angle. So I'm reading these cards as they come out for me, and then I'll flip it for you. But what we have is the 9 of Cups. It came up in reverse, if you're looking from where I'm sitting. So this is, you guys are at a point in your life where whatever this Ace of Wands thing is, the passion project, your craft, your art, the thing that you really want to make happen. This is a card of wish fulfillment. So it came up in reverse. So it's like, again, this could just be ideas, beliefs, mental perceptions or mindsets, preventing you from believing that this can really happen for yourself. 9 of Cups is an energy of having everything you've ever wanted, as far as like your hopes, your dreams, your desires. And this is Cups energy, so it's heart fulfilling stuff. So it's really an energy of having your heart's desire. And it came up in reverse. So this tells me that there's some sort of limitation there that is preventing you from feeling like you're sitting here on this chair or on this throne and that you're surrounded by luxury and all of the things that you desire. But we got the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. This says that the universe is on your side. This says karma is on your side. These big universal principles that really dictate what happens in our world, they're on your side. The Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. This is fate energy. This is going to happen for you, but it's about releasing the resistance. You know, we saw the Eight of Pentacles in reverse before, and I'm getting goosebumps. So that's usually clarity from spirit for me that I'm on the right track. Maybe just some of you are having some sort of resistance towards like doing the thing, you know, devoting the time to your craft. So putting in the work, you know, painting that painting, doing whatever you need to do to get that project or that business, whatever it is, off the ground. It's like this subtle resistance within you that, you know, maybe you're afraid of failure with the Hierophant behind her. Maybe this challenges the systems you were brought up in. The Hierophant is all about family tradition, institutions. Maybe this challenges beliefs you have about what you can have or a job or position or authority that you can hold. You know, this could be deeply uprooting belief systems within you. And that's why you're kind of coming up against a little bit of a bump in the road or a little bit of a restriction. You know, I hesitate to say block because for some of you, it might not be that strong of like a wall or a force. It might just be constricting you a little bit and limiting, you know, what you can put out or bring into your life. But this is beautiful. What I'm seeing is like I said, the universe is on your side and it's challenging some belief systems within you, which is also, even though it's a difficult energy, it's a beautiful energy because it's a growth energy on a deep spiritual level. It's going to really open doors for you if you can uproot those systems and beliefs that are inherited and embedded within your psyche that aren't yours. So this is really a time of getting in touch with yourself, your inner realm, and discovering, yes, I got the deck. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, discovering what those things are. I'm going to take all these. We got all right, guys, I got to get used to this view. Let me just move those to the side. We got the Two of Swords, which is like a mini high priestess. She's like the high priestess of the minor arcana. This is all about going within for inner guidance, for connection to your intuition, accessing that deep wisdom, that deep knowing within you, and trusting that, and trusting the cycles, which was also the Wheel of Fortune. Trusting that if things aren't panning out for you now, they will be. You just have to have patience. You have to trust the divine timing of things. So this tells me I'm not telling you anything new. This is all wisdom you have within you. I'm just helping shed light on some things that you've maybe kind of buried underneath your consciousness. You know, it's unconscious energies is what the High Priestess is, what the Two of Swords is in the minor arcana. So I'm just helping you bring that to the surface so you can see what's already there. But this is such a beautiful new beginning for you guys because we got the Fool. It showed up in reverse though. So it just shows me you're only holding yourself back. The only reason this thing hasn't taken off is because you're holding yourself back. You might be afraid. This is a fear of launch, right? It's a fear of jumping off the cliff, a fear of takeoff. But look, your spirit guide is here guiding you and right there with you the whole way. You can trust that. You can trust your own inner knowing and your own connection to your intuition and that you're divinely guided and supported. Your spirit guide's literally following you each step of the way. Don't hold yourself back. Page of Wands again, behind the Two of Swords. This is that new beginning. This is that artistic passion for a lot of you. For some of you, it could be music. For some of you, it could be like an athletic pursuit because it's like, I think she's pole vaulting. It could be a lot of different things for a lot of different people. I like how the deck fell apart again and we have strength underneath it. And from my view, it came up in reverse. So this is really like owning all the parts of yourself, those shadow parts that maybe have the insecurity and the self-doubt and think that you can't do it. or those parts of yourself that when you tell yourself that you have to force and push and like control things. This is really a card about like gentle strength and nurturing versus control. So the wisdom of this card is to release the control, release the tension, release the resistance, and to approach whatever it is you're trying to do, that Ace of Wands thing, with a sense of nurturing and gentleness, to really have self-compassion for yourself and your process is what I'm getting with this. Let's ask for more information. So this has potential to this has emperor potential. The potential to, for a lot of you, to become a business and to be really successful. That's emperor energy. That's emperor energy. You're building your own empire. This is big energy. He's the king of all the kings in the tarot. So this is really stepping into your own sovereignty, stepping into a position of leadership, and really allowing yourself to shine. But you have to trust that you know when to move. You know when it's time, remember it came up in reverse, to stop holding back and to take action, to really harness that fire energy within you with all the wands cards we got. And of course, the Emperor, which is like the king of fire. Again, Queen of Cups, that strong connection to your intuition and your creativity. You guys are really creative. You're the Emperor. You have that vision and you have that heart connection within, the connection to your creativity, your intuition, like this water energy. You have the capability to get into creative flow. You just have to get out of your own way. So I think I want to get one more deck for you guys. Give me some oracle cards. And okay, with all this High Priestess energy, I really want to get a Crow Oracle card. But first, let's see what the obstacle is for you guys. Okay. So I just cut the deck. So the obstacle is the moon. This is the fear of not knowing what's ahead. This is facing uncertainty. You can't see things clearly when you're guided by the moon. There's a lot of shadow involved. So the biggest obstacle for you guys, group one, is confronting that shadow with courage and knowing that you won't be able to see the future clearly, but doing it anyway. Having the courage to do it anyway and to believe in yourself even when you're surrounded by uncertainty. It's that deep, deep connection to your divine feminine wisdom. You have that and you have to trust that even when you're surrounded by darkness, meaning that you can't see, right? That you can't see everything fall into line. You can't see everything ahead of you, but you have a deep inner lunar wisdom. And it will guide you. And then it's just like quieting those fears in your head and really, using affirmations even that are going to help you cultivate that sense of belief in yourself and to kind of tear down the illusions of the old belief systems that you, like I said, could have potentially inherited. Surrounding yourself with people who support you, who build you up, who believe in you, that's going to be really helpful. All right, guys, it's almost been 15 minutes with this reading. So let's just get some final advice for you. Yeah, you really have to look out for yourself right now, okay? I know if not all of you, many of you have other responsibilities, right? You might have families, other jobs, careers, other things on your plate. You owe yourself a loyalty to yourself and to your passion to prioritize it accordingly, right? That's what this card's about. Self-interest, right? Because no one else is going to believe in your business or look out for it the way you will. Like wherever you are in the startup, the launch, the running it, you are going to look out best for your business. So you really have to have some sense of self-interest, your business, your passion, whatever this is for you, and letting go of past disappointments, times when it didn't work out. Any other advice for group one? I'm really seeing this card as like a mirror reflection. I'm not even sure if that's the right word, but just like another aspect of this strength card. So we got nature. The strength card is all about tuning in, accepting, embracing your animalistic side, your nature side, right? Like your natural tendencies. And of course, as always, there's a shadow and a light aspect to that. But it's like, you know, this subtle restriction you could be dealing with that's holding you back from being the upright Nine of Cups, which is having your heart's desire, having everything you ever wanted, being very comfortable and feeling blessed. That subtle block is there's some intuitive, like instinctual, natural part of you that wants to come out that you might be editing or changing or not letting express itself because of, you know, fear of rejection or like these beliefs that society says you can't be that way or whatever this is for you. It's going to be different for everyone. This is a general reading. Really getting in touch with your natural state is really going to help you. Because I want one more. Any last card for group one? Last today. So back to that Two of Swords energy, just for some, I think this is more of like a, it's not meant to be a warning to scare you. It's just kind of like a helpful heads up from your spirit team that if you don't choose, the universe is going to choose for you. That's the 10 of, or the wheel, which is the 10th card. So this is all like kind of being stuck in indecision, not knowing how to move forward, needing to tune into that lunar wisdom, right? That intuition that keeps showing up in your cards. I mean, you literally have the moon. Because we got cards of upheaval, which is the 10, the wheel of fortune, is change happening beyond our control. So it's like if you don't choose the thing, if you're not honest with yourself, right? Again, getting in touch with that nature card, the universe is going to rearrange things so that you are more in alignment with your authenticity. And that can create upheaval in your life. So it's like if you don't choose the thing, the universe is going to choose for you. So the best thing you can do, group one, is to really get in touch with what you truly want, which is the Nine of Cups. And to be honest with yourself and what's authentic to you. And if you do encounter some upheaval in your life, whether it be minor or major, just trust in yourself. Trust, you know, go back to that place, that stillness within, that seat of the self, and trust that you're being divinely guided, because you are. Literally, all these cards are saying whatever's happening in your life right now, it's divinely orchestrated. You're being divinely guided. Don't let fear overcome you. Whatever's happening, it's meant to be, and it's reordering your life, rearranging it so the abundance can come in. And it's the heart fulfillment. It's what you want. The ghost card, I just really see that as your guides are all around you, whatever you want to call them, your angels maybe, because this, like I said, is a necklace. It's really in touch with the angelic realms. They're all around you and they're making this happen. So just trust in that support, really feel it. Let go of the fear, let go of the old patterns, the Hierophant, you know, inherited belief systems and patterns. Really believe in yourself. Group one, this is such an exciting reading. If you're interested in the Aname line and the necklaces, you can go to my Instagram. It's called Aname Sacred Adornments, and I'll be posting more there. If you're into this type of reading, if you're into the necklaces, please feel free to comment below. Please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I also have Whisper of the Goddess on Instagram. And then, like I said, Aname Sacred Adornments on Instagram. So thank you again for being here, group one. One last guide, sacred space. Again, it's that the guides want to say, cultivate that sacred space within you. That's going to really help you in times of upheaval. And it's going to help you get in touch with what you truly want. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, group one. Hey, group two, welcome to your reading. This reading is for you. I'm trying to look at the camera, guys. I think it's over here. This reading is for you if you chose group two. So this deck right here, I'll have all the decks listed down below. But this is my new superhero deck. I'm so excited to show it to you guys. And then, of course, the necklace. So the Aname necklace, this is the Dendrite Opal with the 2-layered chain and the ruby teardrop at the bottom. And I did take a couple notes of the energetic quality of the crystals. So I'm going to read those to you really quickly. I can't remember all of them of all the necklaces I create because there's a lot. But let's see. So the Dendrite Opal. Okay, yeah. This was connection to nature spirits and earth wisdom. So definitely earth energy. There is symbolism. I don't know if you can see of shadow and light, light and dark. I don't know if you can see it in the video. So I'm just gonna move the camera so you can see the necklace more. So again, this is a necklace of growth through stillness and patience. It's about integrating the shadow and light, like I said before. And the ruby is all about vitality, courage, life force, and passion, which is interesting because for the first group, we got Ace of Wands for like the first card that came out for them. So if you're at all drawn to group one, go back and look at group one. But this is it activates the heart and the root together. So heart with the ruby, root chakra activation with the Dendrite Opal. So it's all about grounded desire. It encourages aligned action from truth, not urgency. And the essence of it is really rooted expansion, heart-led courage, and embodied power. A mantra that you could use for this necklace is grow where you're rooted, your power is ready. I just want to show you with a little, these all are unique in that they have a little tail. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. That's the back. So cute. All right, let's get into your reading. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see the cards. Okay, so exciting. So like I said, this is a superhero deck. I am not like super well versed in all the superheroes, but my 3-year-old son, well, he's almost 4, is really into them. So I've just really been inspired to learn more about them. Okay, hopefully that's good. So we have the Hermit when I cut the deck for you guys with the 7 of Cups. Okay, so some of you might have been craving some alone time or just some time to cultivate some inner like quietness to kind of figure something out. This is about like subconscious desires or motives trying to come to light. And the Hermit is really a card of introspection. It's also a 9 card. So you're somehow ending a cycle for yourself. I don't know who all these heroes are now. I can't remember. Let me see who he is really quick in the guidebook. I just love the archetypes within the superheroes. I've been learning so much about myself by tuning into them. Okay. He is Phantom Stranger, stoic, mysterious, introspective. Right. I do think I remember because he has come up for me. He kind of stands back, Phantom Stranger, and he doesn't, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but he doesn't really get involved right away. He's more of like an observer. He stands back and he has like the power. He has like cosmic power to alter things, alter the fates, to create big change, but he doesn't use his power until it's absolutely necessary. He's more of like a holding back. It gives me the hermit energy of like that great guru. Like I think of Shiva, like he's at the top of the mountain and he's like ready to orchestrate the end of the world only when it's time. So it's like he rarely uses his power. He's more about observing and standing like back and observing and maybe helping humanity in more of a passive way. Let's just see. So some of you might be just trying to get perspective on something or like kind of be more of the observer. I know that's something I'm really working on personally right now is like trying to disentangle myself from like emotions or patterns and really step back and be the observer, to observe myself, to notice when I'm slipping into old patterns, when I'm reacting unconsciously, when I'm falling back into an old pattern, an old identity of who I used to be, because you're a 9, you're stepping into a new energy. So some of you might be in group 2 going through a similar thing, especially with the 7 of Cups showing up with the Hermit. So group 2, who am I reading for? Who is group 2? Okay. High Priestess. I love it. Yes, you are definitely going into the subconscious realms and experiencing the unconscious. She is the gatekeeper to the unconscious, the unseen worlds. She holds the wisdom of what we can't see. This is very much about balancing the dark and the light that we saw with your Dendrite Opal pendant. This is really embracing the duality of life. This is a 2 card. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom. So like I said, you are ending a cycle and you're entering into a new one. This is like a new physical reality, a new beginning in the physical. And there's some kind of duality that you're experiencing of the self, right? The light and the dark, the unconscious and the conscious. Really learning, especially with that Hermit card that came in before, how to source wisdom from within and how to tune into yourself, to tune into your own energy, and to how to notice those unconscious patterns or whatever they are, unconscious things that are trying to rise to the surface to send you messages. A lot of times when the High Priestess card comes up, the universe, the divine, your spirit team, they're trying to send you messages. But if you're not tuning in, you might not be receiving them. So this is tuning into subtle energy. This is paying attention to symbols and signs. This is dream work. I think, did your crystal, were you the one that, okay, it was a different crystal that was really aligned with dream work. I think it was the first group. So again, I think I already said group 2. If you're called to group 1, go back to group 1 and listen to those messages as well. They actually did get a lot of High Priestess energy too. They got the 2 of Swords, which is like the mini High Priestess, I call her, because she's the High Priestess of the minor arcana. You got the High Priestess of the major arcana. So this is a major life lesson for you. This is a big spiritual lesson. And what's really going to help you right now, like what I was saying, was to pay attention to subtle signs, signs from your body, symbols and signs that show up in your daily life, reoccurring messages, like something you hear on TV and it matches up to what you heard on the radio. It matches up to a conversation you had with a friend. And it could be simple, subtle, like the symbol of a feather, of a key, an animal popping up over and over again. There are messages there for you. You just have to unpack them and take note of them. So what is the situation for group 2? Group 2, you're the High Priestess. You're the second card in the major arcana. That is so cool. Big 2 energy, big duality energy. That's what 2s represent. Big balancing energy. Like I said, balancing of the dark and the light. More about the situation of group 2, situation of group 2. And I love how you're like so mysterious and, this energy right here I'm looking at, and it's like this superhero, supernatural, mystical energy of the deck. All right, what is the situation for group 2? The Star. Okay, of Swords. I want to get clarity on this. So we got the Star with the Knight of Swords at the bottom. I think that's Supergirl. My son, my 3, almost 4-year-old son would totally know. Yeah, I actually want to check because her story is really interesting and I'm seeing how it can play out with what you have going on. So yeah, it is Supergirl. Okay, wow. So from what I remember, and I think it was like the newest Superman movie, uh where she's portrayed like at the end and she's kind of like a train wreck. Like she comes, I could be wrong, but this is a message that's coming through. So, but I remember, I think it's Supergirl. She comes in like a train wreck, rolls in, she's drunk. She went partying on another planet. She kind of just dumps her dog Crypto off with Superman, her cousin, relative, I'm not really sure. But so it's like this archetype, this person that carries a lot of unconscious baggage, for lack of a more gentle way to put it. I'm not saying you have a lot of baggage, but you might have a lot of unconscious stuff within you, which is the High Priestess, and it could just be a lot of unconscious information. Like, I don't mean for it to present negatively, like the train wreck, right? But it could be unconscious information, like in a positive light, right? We're embracing that duality. We all have shadow and light within us. But let's say it's all this unconscious material about your potential. Right? Let's say you are this High Priestess energy, and I'm getting goosebumps. So I feel for most of you, this is what the message is. You have all this untapped potential within you that you're not even aware of your power. You're the High Priestess. She's incredibly powerful. She knows how to tap into those endless, abundant, divine resources within. And she knows how to use them and harness them and mainly how to access them is what I'm getting. So the Star, for some of you too, this could be you're stepping into like the limelight in some way. You're really becoming the Star, or you're stepping into the most authentic version of you. And that's going to gain some sort of attention, right? Like a star, you're like very luminous or magnetic. It's like you're shining light outwardly and people are drawn to you. So what you're going through right now, group 2, like I said, this is the unconscious rising to the surface so that you can unpack it and know it and access it and somehow become more luminous because of it. And maybe even for some of you, step into a leadership role or step into some sort of recognition or limelight, like being a coach on social media or just being seen in some way, even big or small. But this is a major arcana card, so it's big energy. You have the Knight of Swords at the bottom. He's the most fearless knight in the deck. He just really goes for what he wants. He never second guesses himself. He just has like tunnel vision, and he charges in. So if we're looking at the shadow side of this card, it could be somewhat recklessly, like he acts before he thinks. But the positive, one of the positives, other than him being the most fearless knight in the deck, is that mentally he's focused, swords are of the mind, and he's not easily deterred by outside noise. So there is that message there again of don't listen to the opinions of others or like what's going on around you. Source your knowledge, your information, your knowing from within. What's the biggest obstacle the two faces? What's their biggest obstacle? King of Pentacles. You're really trying to become a master of your physical life in some way. That's what the king is. And the challenges of the King of Pentacles is putting in meticulous attention to what's necessary in order to become that master. So whatever it is you're trying to master, group one, and this is something you're trying to master in the physical, you're trying to become a king of the physical in some way. So whatever it is, it requires you to take things step by step, one thing at a time, and to be diligent and to be, detail oriented. Yeah, Knight of Wands, again, it requires action, you guys, taking action on your passion. Especially with both of these. These require movement driven by, go for what you're passionate about. So, whatever your inner fire, again, right? We had the ruby with this. That's going to help you guys. Tapping into ruby energy. The inner fire is going to guide you. And it's going to help you become this king. I think, is this Green Lantern? I'm going to check. Sorry, guys. I don't want it to be annoying that I'm checking the guidebook for the superheroes, but the messages that come through in the superhero archetypes, even the little I know about them, have been so enlightening for me and just so powerful. He's the King of Pentacles. So he is Lex Luthor. Okay. Well, of course he is, because he's the King of Pentacles, and he's, a wealthy businessman, which is the King of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, whatever this unconscious material is, it could have been causing you to struggle to hold a position of mastery in the physical realm. And you could be it's unconscious. You could be unaware of how it's affecting you. I believe this group, we saw 7 of Cups when we cut the deck. So especially with 3 of Swords, some of you might need to forgive yourself or others for the past. You might need to let go of the past. You might need to just let go of some sort of heartbreak or disappointment or betrayal of the past. But it could have somehow been pulling you out of alignment with the Lovers here and preventing you from abundance, from being a master of your own reality. But that's your biggest obstacle right now. So the best thing you can do is get in touch with that unconscious information, bring it to the surface and let it pass through, let it clear, whether it be healing or just clearing, giving, right? So that you can stand more in alignment and authenticity, right? We have the star here. This is all about being in your authenticity. How you're going to do that, how you're going to surmount this obstacle is letting your passion lead. Definitely movement is a thing. Taking action, like I said, with the King of Pentacles energy, it could just be small daily action towards your goal. Pentacles energy is slow energy. It's grounded in the physical. So it's like doing those daily and momentary, like moment by moment things that position you to where you need to be. Thinking like a businessman, like a Lex Luthor, like strategizing, planning, projecting, all of those like physical work things, but have it led by your inner fire. And I want to use the Crow Oracle for you guys too, because you have High Priestess energy. Crows to me are very High Priestessy. I used it for group 1, so let's use it for you. So what is their biggest advice for group 2? Okay, so we have this jumped out wrath. Okay, and it jumped out on the Knight of Swords. Some of you have anger you're holding within you that you might be unaware of, or maybe you are aware of it, and it is dictating your actions unconsciously. It fell on the Knight of Swords. So there's, for some of you, it's wrath, it's anger you need to process, you need to release. For some of you, it could be in a different way. Like it's like harnessing anger, wrath, like more of the what is it the spiritual community says? It's like, I can't remember the term. It's like, you know, that divine feminine wrath. Like when I think of like the goddess Kali, it's like wrath, but used in a positive way. Like when Kali defeats all these demons single-handedly, it's like she used that inner wrath and fire to do good, right? Like when Jesus turned all the tables of the Pharisees. I mean, not that like turning the tables was actually good, but it sent a message, right? It sent a message of this is injustice. The Knight of Wands speaks, he acts in the name of justice. So it's like whatever this inner wrath, which is that inner fire, is for you, heal it if it's negatively presenting and it's if it's causing you, I don't know why detriment is coming to mind, that word, but if it's like detrimental to your spiritual health or your even your physical health, work on healing. But if it's a wrath that's like a sacred wrath that you can use, like Kali to defeat demons, or like Jesus to turn tables and to get a message out of injustice, use it. That is going to help you. For some of you, it could be creating a business that speaks to healing or of injustice or is fueled by this sacred wrath of injustice in the world or of a group or of, doesn't have to be the message. That could just be for some of you, but it's in some way either clearing and healing or using it for positive action. Sacred wrath. We also got perspective and luck, but in reverse. So especially with the Knight of Swords coming in here, some of you might have tunnel vision. You might not be seeing the big picture. You might need to step back and say, okay, what is unconscious information right now? What is beyond my consciousness? Those signs and symbols, again, I'm getting goosebumps, right? So this is confirmation of the message. Those signs and symbols you're not seeing from spirit, what are they? What am I not seeing? Ask spirit to present itself to you. Say, send me the message again. I didn't get it. You need a broader perspective. Step back. Again, that message of be the observer. Don't be embedded in the drama of your life, right? Of your roles, of who you are. Step back, stand behind your own identity and see yourself reacting, see the patterns, try to access that unconscious. I am going to have those dream books. It's a book about lucid dreaming and a dream workbook, at least two that I can think of off the top of my head. I'll have them in the description box below if you're interested, because just like group 1, group 2, I feel like dream work, anything that can help you tap into the unconscious, your unconscious realm, unconscious information, unconscious messages from the psyche. I think that's going to help you guys. Luck in reverse, I think it's just saying there's a healing, especially because we saw the 3 of Swords before, a clearing and unpacking, or kind of like a separating from, like I've said, when you step into the seat of being the observer instead of like embedded in the drama of your life. There's something there that's unconscious that is fully blocking your abundance and your ability to be this King of Pentacles. So your focus right now, group 2, is really, it's internal. You're being asked to do internal work. Even though you're being asked to move forward in the physical, there's some sort of internal work that needs to happen. And really, the physical work, you don't have to think that much about. It's going to be divinely guided. So just follow the signs. This is like when you get a phone call and someone's like, hey, I have this opportunity. You go with your intuition, see if your body relaxes, if it tenses, and be open to it. Just maybe say yes, see where it goes. And then ask for the universe to send you another sign, or send me a sign if this is the opportunity I need to take. And then be open to how that sign is going to manifest. It could be in so many different ways, right? It could just be like a feeling you have in your body, something you hear on the radio or the TV. And this is, let yourself be divinely guided, pay attention to the signs and symbols, and use that to dictate your actions in the physical reality. That is going to get you to king status. And then just processing that unconscious material is really going to help you too. It's going to help you see where you're at on your spiritual journey and move forward more clearly in the physical. All right. Any last guidance for group 2? Lots of cards. All right. Trickery, beware of what your illusions are. Resistance. This is, again, like I believe I touched on before. I don't know if I explicitly said it. Those are those little subconscious, unconscious blocks or material, like the wrath, right? If you're holding on to anger, if you're holding on to hurt and betrayal where you need to forgive, notice where the resistance is. Notice when the resistance comes up. If someone calls you on the phone today, tomorrow, and they have an opportunity for you, do you tense? Are you like, oh God, that sounds like more work, or I'm overwhelmed, or why is there resistance there? Step back, be the observer, unpack why you had that reaction. Don't identify with the reaction. Don't become anxious or rigid. Step back and ask yourself, okay, why do I feel rigid right now? Why am I resisting this opportunity? Maybe it could be a good thing. Or am I protecting myself? Do I not feel safe? Scavenge, filter through the information you get, the messages from the divine, the opportunities, whatever it is. Scavenge, only use what you need, only use what resonates. Don't overwhelm yourself. You don't need everything. And you can always ask for confirmation, always ask. If you didn't get the message, ask for it again. They'll send it again through a different channel. Your guides, your spirit team will keep sending you the same message till you get it. So don't be worried that you're going to miss it. Take a risk. I think that's speaking to those action steps in the physical. Take a risk. All right, group 2, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are interested in my Aname energetic talisman necklaces, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Aname Sacred Adornments is my name. I also have a Instagram channel for Whisper of the Goddess. It's Whisper of the Goddess. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, or send my videos to someone who you think may enjoy them. If you think anyone could be interested in the Aname energetic talisman, the necklaces, please send them to my Instagram, Aname Sacred Adornments, or send them these videos. And I so enjoyed reading for you guys, group 2. I will see you next time. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. This reading's for you if you chose this deck right here and this necklace. So I'm trying to look at the camera, guys. Sorry, this is my first time like really having my face on camera. I believe it's over here. We're going to see when I review the video, but this is a moonstone for the tail of the necklace. And then this is a yellow calcite with a paperclip chain for your necklace, group 3. So let me just show you the table real quick. This is so cute. Each of these necklaces, can't tell if it's centered, but hopefully that's on camera, have like a little tail that go on the back that can just highlight the back of your outfit. All right, group 3, let's get into your reading. So first, I just want to give you guys a little bit of the energetics of the stones used, the crystals for the necklace. I took a few notes just because I can't remember the energetics of every single necklace I've created. I've created like almost 100 by now. So that's way too much to remember. So first, the yellow calcite moonstone. It helps with confidence, personal power. This is a solar chakra activation energy. It clears mental fog, boosts clarity and motivation. I have notes over here. I'm just going to hold them. Of course, with the color yellow, it's easy to see. It helps with joy, optimism, lightness of being. The moonstone, it connects you with your intuition, emotional flow, feminine guidance. It's really like that lunar divine feminine energy. And so it's a beautiful balancing of solar energy and lunar energy. I love that. And supports new beginnings, which is the moonstone, aligned decisions, the essence of it, radiant clarity, joyful forward movement, and intuitive confidence. A mantra to say when you wear this necklace could be move forward with joy, clarity is here. And I love how each group had a high priestess connection, which is wild to me. Although all my necklaces, of course, have high priestess energy, but your deck, when I picked it up, it has, if you can see, is it focusing? The high priestess at the bottom, which is beautiful. And I do love all the yellow in this card because it really mirrors that yellow of the yellow calcite. So I'm going to move the camera a little bit and let's get into your reading. Okay. I've moved my camera a million times, so I really hope it's not crooked, but just bear with me with this new way of filming. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments if you prefer the normal where like my camera is over here and it's just my hands in the cards, or if you like this version and me holding up the cards and putting them out in front of you. Just let me know. All right, group 3, welcome to your reading. So interesting, when I first cut the deck, we have the Empress in reverse, and of course, we had the High Priestess energy, which each group got, and I'm tempted to pull her out, but I think I'll leave her in, see if she comes back. Empress in reverse is can sometimes be like having a disconnection with yourself or like not really feeling nourished. It can come up at times. I'm reading this from my perspective. So she came up in reverse from my perspective. I'll flip the cards so you can see them. But it's really, it can be a time of when we're nourishing everyone around us and we're not really giving ourselves that same nourishment. It can also just be a disconnection from your body and from like what your body's telling you. It could be like, and it's more extreme, like feeling under the weather, feeling run down. The Empress is really in touch with her desires, her sensuality, her body. So it could be even a disconnection from that, like your own inner radiance. I don't know. Let's just see. Let's ask for more. So, guys, this is for group 3. Who am I reading for group 3? Who am I reading for group 3? It makes sense that the necklace paired with this reading. Again, that moonstone is that soft lunar. She's still right here. High Priestess energy. It's like that soft lunar. It's like you might be craving that softness, right? That divine feminine softness of like the emperor or empress. The empress we saw before can be, all about self-care, nourishing yourself. Like I said, and I cut the deck again. We see the High Priestess in the world. I forgot this deck. I guess it does have some nudity. Normally in the world card, it is a female image, a person or hermaphrodite who's mostly naked. So anyway, I'm going to use my finger to cover her so you can't see her. I'm going to try to do that. She's going to need 2 fingers. So we have the world coming up. This shows me that you're somehow completing a cycle for yourself. This could be like a leveling up energy, like a glow up energy. It could also just be like the ending of an old chapter, stepping into a new one. I'm not sure. Like I said, we're just cutting the deck, but it could be just you stepping into your power in some way. Group 3. And I will be mindful of the cards before I show them to you. So who is group 3? Who am I reading for? Group 3. Speaking of Empress energy, my son just came to the door. Hold on one second. So the Empress is the mother of the major arcana. Okay, I apologize for the interruption. But right now in my spiritual journey, I'm trying to just learn to like flow with things and not be too rigid. So I think I'm going to keep it in the recording. What's so crazy, you guys, you're group 3 and the Empress came up for you first. She's the 3rd card in the major arcana. So I feel like a lot of the lessons that you're going through, are not only of the High Priestess, because she's the 2nd card in the major arcana, and the Empress is the 3rd. So I feel like, you're learning lessons of the 2s and the 3s. 2s are all about duality, which is interesting because we had that sun energy and the moon energy within your necklace. So the sun is like the external, right? Everything around you, it's the masculine. And then the lunar energy is the internal realm and it's the feminine. The 3rd card in the major arcana is, obviously the 3, right? It's the Empress. So the energy of the 3 is all about harmony. It's about integration. It's about connection. It's about, which remember when it came up in reverse and there was some disconnection that happened there. So I feel like at its basic level, the energy that you're moving through group 3 is an energy of embracing the duality and integrating it. And somehow it's like bringing that compassion and gentleness of the mother to yourself. Oh my gosh, you guys got the mother star. So for this particular deck, this is Kat Pierce. It's her tarot deck. I'll list all the tarot decks at the bottom if you're interested. This is an additional card in her tarot deck that isn't in normal tarot decks, but I love it because it's a card of a threshold moment, which is totally what you guys are up against, group 3. We got the world card before. So that's what this is talking about. This is a card of you being divinely guided. See your spirit guide right there, standing at, I love it, it has butterfly wings and it's a tiger. So this is like symbolism of transformation, of courage, of really, I feel like it's like going after what you want, right? You're at this threshold moment and you're divinely guided by your angels, by your spirit team, by your guides, whatever you're comfortable with calling them. They're here for you at this pivotal moment at the threshold. So this is so beautiful. And I love how, for whatever reason, she named it Mother Star. So I'm going to take this card as you. I love it. I don't think I need to shuffle anymore. You're the Mother Star. This is your moment to cross the threshold. And to me, this is giving, she looks so regal and like a goddess, like divine. So this is like you stepping into the best version of you. And that's beautiful, group 3. So tell me more about group 3's situation. 11:11 on my clock. Wow, guys, you are divinely guided. This is a big moment for you. And 11:11, that's 1 + 1, 1 + 1, that's 2, 2. That's big high priestess energy. So this is really like tapping into your divine feminine potential. Yeah. So for some of you, you might be feeling extra tired, maybe a little bit run down, but this is really a time for you to create stillness in your life, to get in touch with yourself. This can be a card of meditation, but it's also a card of rest and recovery. So for you at this threshold moment, it's not a time of action. It's a time of resting and receiving. I love how she puts her meanings on I don't know if you can read, it says rest, recovery, quiet. You can see it on her card, but she puts her own meanings in the artwork. But I just, like I said, I really see this as a time for you to rest and receive. And if you are tired, extra tired, if you're feeling run down, just know it's part of this process. And don't worry, you are crossing this threshold. It's just, this is like that time of rest and inner alignment before stepping onto the new timeline, or like before taking action. And and like the Rider-Waite, the traditional tarot deck, this is normally like a warrior or a soldier, basically seeking inner alignment, kind of recalibrating, resetting himself before he goes into battle. So it's that energy. And actually, you probably want these on camera and facing you. I don't know. I'm still getting used to this new way of filming. Let me know if you guys like it, if it's working for you, and we'll keep doing it if you like it, or I'll flip to the other way. Yeah, I had to look at the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant was here. I really feel like I'm hearing being given the keys to the castle. So you are unlocking some new potential for yourself, and the universe, the divine, they're giving you the keys for that. So it's just definitely paying attention to symbols is going to be really important for you, especially with that high priestess energy. If you were at all drawn to group 2, they had big messages having to do with that, paying attention to the signs and symbols. So you could go back and listen to group 2 if you feel called to. But this is about it's like you're cultivating that sense, that receptivity, in order to hold the keys, which are these are Hierophant keys. So it's like laying new foundations, new structures, new systems for whatever this new path, this new timeline is for yourself, right? Like that, whatever's on the other side of that threshold that you are crossing. It could be, it's structures, it's systems, it's belief systems sometimes, institutions, new groups you're involved in. This is kind of like you're being given the keys to lay the groundwork for the new path ahead, the new timeline. But it's not a time to do or take action, right? It's just a time to make space, to cultivate the openness so you can receive these keys when it's time. What's the biggest obstacle for group 3? The biggest obstacle for group 3. I always say for the Empress, like her archetype, what it reminds me of is a flower. A flower just, it blooms. It's totally itself. It's uninhibited. And it rests where it is, wherever the little seed dropped, it grows, and it just accepts, it receives sunlight, it receives nutrients from the soil, hydration from rain, or if you water it. And it's just beautiful, and it exudes its radiance and its beauty. It's just like, it's there to be beautiful, and to be an act of creation. So I feel like this time for you, again, I'm getting goosebumps, which is confirmation of the message, but I feel like a lot of you're here to be the flower right now. You're here to receive, you're here to rest, you're here to gather nutrients. You're not here to like go out and push and make things happen. Be the flower right now. That's just, there's always a time for that, and that time is now. A lot of times in our society, the masculine is more valued than the feminine, you know, the going, the doing, the being disciplined, and making things happen. But right now, you really need to value the feminine. That's what this reading is saying with the Mother Star, the High Priestess, and the Empress. You need to value the soft, divine feminine. So we already said your situation. What's their biggest, did we say the biggest obstacle? I'm going to get another one. What's the biggest obstacle right now? I mean, your situation, that does sound like a big obstacle. For Empress in reverse, rest and nourishing yourself can be a big obstacle for people. But anything else on the biggest obstacle for this group? And I don't know why I put that one behind, but I just felt it. Okay, the Lovers, and they have clothes on, so that's great. And the Page of Cups. Okay, what am I seeing here? So I feel like this new beginning for you guys, which is symbolized by this Page of Cups card, it is challenging a lot of you emotionally. Page of Cups can be a card of vulnerability. For some of you, this could be a new relationship. You're crossing this threshold into a new relationship. You're learning how to maybe show up for someone else emotionally. Maybe, you know, this could symbolize entering a serious romantic relationship with the Lovers. It could just be entering into like this new relationship with yourself, of really showing up for yourself, of really putting your heart first, which is Page of Cups, putting your heart's desires first, moving through the world from a place of alignment, not from a place of where Empress reverse would be like, I take care of everyone else around me and put me last and completely deplete my energy daily. It's more of a, how do I nourish myself and my own heart's desires, my own emotions? How do I fill my own cup so I can show up for everyone else and fill their cups from a full cup, from an outpouring cup, not from a depletion energy. So whether or not you're entering a new relationship with someone else or just with yourself in this new timeline, this new crossing of the threshold, right? The biggest obstacle is you being true to yourself, letting yourself be vulnerable, and embracing this new beginning fully of a new way of operating through life. And it's a way that satisfies curiosity and playfulness and nurturing, you know, lightness. It's releasing rigidity, which is the Hierophant. It's releasing unrealistic expectations on the self of how you should show up for others, how much you should give. Empress in reverse can be about overgiving, and it's totally entering a new way of relating with life and the people around you. Cups can be about our relationships, not only like our heart energy, but our relationships. So it's like a new way of not overgiving, not depleting your energy, and not denying yourself. Page of Cups she's all about herself. I mean, she's really in touch with her creative energy, which you are. That Empress came up for you. You're the creatrix. You're very creative. The Empress creates worlds, right? And she's the ultimate female creator. She births new realities. So in this new journey, you are being asked to tap into your creativity. If you do art, do your art. That can be self-nourishing. Whatever this creative energy is for you, it's going to help you in the new beginning, and it's going to help you receive alignment and balance with your energy or within relationships. And I'm getting another message, just something about tapping into that playfulness of the Page of Cups, of relating to life, talking to your spirit guides, talking to your angels, whatever you want to call them. You know, communicating with spirit on the daily, but being playful with life, releasing that rigidity again. It's that message before. I don't really know how to line these up, guys. Is that good? Okay, let's get some advice. We're going to use the Crow deck again because you guys also got High Priestess energy. Crows always remind me of High Priestess. So let's do it. What's the advice for group 3? This card was flipped. Well, it's a sign, direction. Okay. I think this is just more of a knowing that you have a direction, right? We've talked about over and over again, you're crossing this threshold. So don't be anxious or feeling that having a direction is enough. Because I think for you right now, it is, you know, it's knowing that you're directed into something new, That's enough. You don't have to overplan. You don't have to overanalyze. You don't have to be anxious about the change, or maybe not knowing exactly what's ahead for you. Or, if it is a new relationship for some people, how it's going to be. Know that the direction's enough. Let that give you peace. So you don't have to overact or overcompensate or overthink. What else? Other advice for group 3. Page of Cups is a very imaginative card. So if you do feel like you need to quote unquote do something, it's this passive, still being in a restful place, but it's like passive imagination, it could be called active imagination, right? Because you're like playfully creating things in your head, but do it from a passive stance and don't act on them. Just kind of mentally, it's like mentally dreaming, the Page of Cups is a dreamer. So let yourself dream if you feel like you need to do something. So your final advice. All right. Okay. Yeah. Like I said, if you want to go back to group 2, there might be messages there for you because I'm seeing some similarities. But we have observation. Like I said, this is a time of inaction. So step back and observe. Warning, interesting, and fear. I think, again, this is just a message of don't let your thoughts run away with you. Don't overthink right now. 4 of Swords. So swords are of the mind. 4s are a number of stability. So a message for you at this time, like I just get the vibe that the Empress in reverse can, like I said, sometimes have trouble with resting, with chilling, with nourishing herself. This could be really difficult for you, group 3. So the advice here is to release fear of what's going on right now. You're being asked to in some way surrender. 4 of Swords, this is like a surrender card. Because you're being asked to sacrifice or surrender the doing, right? And to know that direction, or just using your imagination in a playful way, is the only action you're being asked to do right now. You're being asked to sit back and observe and rest. Warning, I know that can be kind of like jolting, scary. When I cut the deck again, I see anticipation, to clarify that. So I think that's like you're just waiting for, especially if this is a relationship or if it's just a new beginning, new way of relating, new way of being. It's like you're waiting for red flags to appear to show you it's the wrong way, or it's the wrong relationship, or that you're not doing enough, or not doing the right thing. And it's like releasing that. Drop that. Drop the fear. That's not the energy you're being asked to embody right now. The Empress is very trusting. She's just got, look at, this is you again, which she gives me very Empress energy, right? She's her own archetype created by Kat Pierce, but she just has like this regal energy, right? She has her own authority. And she's very trusting of herself. So it's like knowing you have that within you. You have this regalness of the Empress, of the Mother Star. You're very powerful. You're the creatrix. And you don't indulge in fears. And don't think that overthinking, which I don't know, it's kind of this card, that's an illusion of safety, right? It's an illusion of control. When we're trying to gain control of a situation, we think it to death, right? But it really does nothing for us. It's an illusion of safety, an illusion of control. You're being asked to not do that. If you can't quiet your mind, use it positively with playfulness in your imagination. This is a time to let yourself rest, a time to let yourself be, to get in touch with yourself. With Wrath, I'm just getting step outside the drama. Cultivate inner stillness. All right, I'm just getting one more for you guys. One more. I want to get one more for group 3. One more. Displacement. Yeah, and then I cut the deck, the Chariot in reverse. This is just a time of inner alignment for you guys. That's what the purpose of this is for you, group 3. You are recalibrating and cultivating inner alignment. Chariot in reverse, it's not a time for action. It's time to realign, to balance those opposing forces within you. The lunar energy of that moonstone and the necklace, right? I don't know if I can get it in the frame. But you remember the lunar energy of the moonstone and the solar energy of the yellow calcite. All right, group 3, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I really enjoyed doing it for you. If you enjoyed it or benefited from it in any way, please hit the like button. Please share my video. Please subscribe for more videos. If you're interested in my Aname collection, I have an Instagram for that. It is Aname Sacred Adornments, all one word. And if you're interested to follow this account, Whisper the Goddess, I also have an Instagram, Whisper the Goddess. But like I said, please like the video, share it, subscribe for more videos to come. And I so enjoyed doing this. Please leave a comment. Let me know how it resonates. Let me know if you want more videos like this. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Bye.